Hey there, I'm Jackie Ferris. Wilmington is the place to be in 2023. Today on the 302, we are talking to the Greater Wilmington Convention and Visitors Bureau about all of the cool things there are to see, do, and to eat here in Wilmington. I hope you bring your appetite for this one. The 302 is serving up a tasty new year. What's new for 2023 in Wilmington? Well, we're about to find out. We have Jen Bose here with us from the Greater Wilmington Convention and Visitors Bureau to talk about all the things that are new and cool to see in 2023. Jen, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about the space we're in. This is really a cool, funky spot.
It really is. This is our newest food hall. We have two. We have Deco, which is also downtown. This is the Chancery Market, and I agree, it's a beautifully designed space. It's in the iconic Hercules building. We've got some really wonderful food vendors. It was curated by a nationally known chef, Akhtar Nawab. So I encourage everybody to come out and check it out.
And when you come in, I mean, I'm really struck by just the architecture. I mean, the tile on the walls, on the bar, you know, it's really it's got this urban, funky vibe to it.
Yeah, it's a really nice place to hang out, have a drink after work, or have a nice lunch and decompress after a hard work day.
And it's like you don't have to, you're not confined to one cuisine. There's like several different things that you can choose from, right?
Yeah, there's a great variety. My personal favorite is the fuku fried chicken.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's absolutely fabulous.
Now, do you just get a straight up fried chicken dish, or is there something special that people should?
The sandwich. I love the sandwich, yeah.
Excellent.
Very
excellent.
tasty.
And I see that they have a Katie roll walla.
Yep, the Indian street food, very delicious.
Mm-hmm. And Rooted AF.
Yep, vegetarian food.
Oh, vegetarian options.
Vegan.
Vegan. Yeah. That's very popular for folks that, you know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Very yummy. Pizza. Wood-fired grill pizza, very good. Nice bar area.
So there is one facet to this that when the weather warms up, that is really remarkable.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. So I mentioned the bar. Mm-hmm. The bar opens up to the outside, and it's going to be a great open space for people to gather after work or during the day. They're going to have fire pits out there as well, entertainment occasionally. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That seems to be a trend among restaurants and things. You know, I don't know if it was the byproduct of COVID where everyone wanted to be outside, but there's more outdoor dining, I think.
Absolutely.
Since then. So let's talk a little bit about one of the newest additions. You have a beautiful hotel called Coin, is that right?
Yeah, on Market Street.
Okay.
It's in a beautiful red brick building. It was designed by the same person that designed our Wilmington train station, and it's home to our first rooftop bar.
That's awesome. And Coin means what?
Well, it means, so the building was formerly a bank, so it harkens back to that as in coin. Mm-hmm. But also it's a French word that means corner, so it's an architectural term.
So when you walk in, you said it's a bank, and the description, a Gilded Age bank. So it's got to be beautiful inside.
It is. The design is absolutely breathtaking. We've toured the whole hotel. The rooms are fabulous, but even just the sitting area and the restaurant downstairs are really amazing. Mm-hmm. They even have a painting of Bob Marley. I don't know if you know this, but Bob Marley used to live in Wilmington, Delaware, so it harkens back to that.
That's great how they tie in the history of Wilmington as well. And I looked at some of the pictures of the rooms online. They look very comfortable and yet chic. It's not something that you would find in a chain hotel. This is designed for difference.
Yeah, that hotel has gotten a lot of national press for its design.
You talked a little bit about the rooftop bar. I mean, what kind of views do we?
It's a gorgeous view. There's a historic property down below and courtyard that you look out onto from the rooftop bar. Mm-hmm. And then there's also a really nice view of the Old Town Hall cupola from the roof. You can see all the way way down Market Street. It's absolutely fabulous, and also very comfy up there as well too.
Very nice place to have a cocktail after work.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What about the Speakeasy?
Oh, the Speakeasy's fabulous. So they have these brick-barreled ceilings in the Speakeasy, which is in the basement, that are original to that particular building. I've never seen anything like it. And they've got some really gorgeous murals painted around, done by a local artist. It's really, really interesting, not like anything I've seen, and totally separate vibe than the rooftop bar.
And it's got a lot of buzz nationally.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Lots and lots of national buzz.
Like at Travel and Leisure gave it the thumbs up.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to have to check out that article.
Yeah, Travel and Leisure and Forbes as well.
Oh, really? So, see, it's all happening in Wilmington.
New York Times Style, I believe, also did something on it. Yeah,
That's
really
fantastic.
wonderful.
So tell us about the new Bardea Steak.
So Bardea Steak is the sister restaurant to Bardea Food and Drink that is right next door. And they're actually connected by a beautiful new courtyard where you can order off either menu. But what they call Bardea Steak is a kingdom of meat, and that's really what it is.
A kingdom of meat.
Meat kingdom. Yes, it's all about the steak. And they've got all different types of steak from different types of cows that you can sample. I've never been that passionate about steak until I visited Bardea Steak. It's really, really an experience everybody should try.
Yeah, it's really artistic the way that they handle all of their dishes.
Oh, yeah, and the way they handle the dishes and also the decor of the restaurant, you're going to feel like you're in Manhattan, not in downtown Wilmington.
Absolutely. And the service I think is really impeccable. We were there, the 302 crew went to Bardea, and we were just blown away by the experience.
Yes, yeah. I look forward to seeing hopefully another James Beard nomination out of them this year.
Let's hope so.
Yes, let's keep our fingers crossed.
So we've talked a lot about where we can go and eat and have cocktails, but now we're going to talk a little bit when we come back about some of the cool things you can see in 2023 in Wilmington. We'll be right back.
I'm Ryan Grover, and I'm the director at Rockwood Park and Museum. And whenever I want to find out about all of my fellow museums and all the fantastic things they collect, I go to the 302.
Welcome back. We've been talking about all the great things there are to see and do. Last segment we talked about eating. Now we're talking about seeing in Wilmington. Jen Bose is here to tell us all about what you can come and check out in Wilmington. And one of the first stops, anytime you come to Wilmington, has got to be Hagley.
Absolutely. That's where the whole DuPont story started.
Absolutely. It's the ancestral home when the DuPonts came to the United States. That's where they laid down their roots and they just kind of spread out.
Yep, exactly.
Absolutely.
And it's also home to the gunpowder mills that started the DuPont company.
So in addition to the history, they have a lot of really great exhibits, and they have the Nation of Inventors.
Right. So the Nation of Inventors has been widely anticipated. There was a delay because of Hurricane Ida. They had it all ready to open, and then the space was damaged by floodwaters. So we were all really excited when they were able to open it in October 2022, and it's just absolutely fabulous.
So these are patent models.
Exactly.
What exactly is a patent model?
So patent models are mini versions of an invention. It could be a sewing machine, it could be a washing machine. I think in the Hagley collection, there's even a fire escape. So you needed to, when you were an inventor, you needed to submit these mini models to the patent office as part of the process of getting a patent on your invention.
Now, I think we did sort of a preview of this show whenever they were trying to, put it together just to give us like a little behind the scenes. But these are items from the 1700s and the 1800s,
Right.
Is that right?
That's exactly right.
And it's one of the largest collections, if not the largest collection?
It is the largest private collection in existence, yes.
So what, besides the fact that they're inventions, makes them so significant, you think?
Well, what's surprising is a large number of the inventors included in the collection are women. I believe it's close to 60.
Excellent.
So a lot of the, women at that time, a lot of them worked out of the home, and a lot of the inventions and improvements featured in the collection are improvements on things to make your daily life easier. Like we talked about earlier, a washing machine,
Sure.
things like that. sewing machine. So that's pretty incredible, I think.
I wonder if that's why they say necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly.
Absolutely. While we're talking about fantastic ladies, we got to bring up the exhibit over at Winter Tour with the designer Ann Lowe.
Yes, that's going to be big. So that's going to be opening in September 2023. And if you don't know who Ann Lowe is, she is a fashion designer. She was a fashion designer that made gowns for a lot of society ladies, including Jackie Kennedy.
And she was considered society's best kept secret.
Absolutely. She was African American. She worked a lot behind the scenes. She was very sought after, but the general public really didn't know who she was until now.
I know that there's a lot of buzz behind this in that they had hoped to bring this together earlier, just like they had the Jackie Kennedy exhibit for a while, but because of the pandemic and all of the slowdown, like Hagley, their schedule, for a different reason,
right,
was kind of delayed. So it's really nice to see this finally coming together.
Yes, absolutely. And it's the biggest collection of her work ever. I believe it's 40 gowns. So pretty incredible.
So let's shift from Winter Tour to the Delaware Art Museum. Coming up in October, they've got a really nice exhibit that you'd like to tell us about.
Right. So Dante Rossetti is one of the founders of the pre-Raphaelite movement. And that is what the Delaware Art Museum is known for. But now they're doing a partnership with the Tate Museum in London where they're going to trade works. So works from Rossetti and his family are going to be coming to the art museum this fall from the Tate, and it's really exciting.
Now, is this something that typically happens? I mean, I can understand doing something domestically, but doing something, with the Tate London, I mean, that's got to be quite
It's definitely of note because this is the only location that those works are going to be on display in the U.S. as part of this.
So what kinds of works do you think that we'll see when we go check it out?
Lots of redheads.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, just like you. So that's what Rossetti is known for, women with flowing red hair. I think the works are absolutely beautiful. So that's what people can expect to see.
Absolutely. In addition to their permanent collections, there's so much to see.
Right, absolutely. Lilith is one of the best known. That's one of their works that's regularly on display in the art museum. So it'll be really wonderful.
So if somebody wants to come and check out all of the museums, is there some kind of like a pass or that they can get to make it easier?
Yes, so we have the Brandywine Treasure Trail Passport, and it's one fee for 12 attractions within our city and the Brandywine Valley. And all that we've talked about today are included in that pass. And the active dates are May, so it starts Memorial Day weekend and it runs through the end of October. So you can use it at any time during that time period. It's a really good value.
So it's really good if you have kids and it's like, okay, we got to do something. It's summertime.
Right.
It's economical for families.
It's a big savings, and we do have one specifically for families, so you can buy one either for an individual or for a family.
Excellent. And when we come back, we're going to talk about even more cool things happening in Wilmington. We'll be right back.
I'm Justin Day from Jessup's Tavern, and I love the vittles on the 302.
Welcome back. We're talking about what's new in 2023. We covered food. We covered some of the cool places that you can visit. But there's also a new airline in town. Is that right? Jen Bose is here talking to us about all of this. Jen, what about this airline?
So Avelo's inaugural flight is the very beginning of February. It's going to be at the Newcastle County Airport. 30-minute drive from Philadelphia, so a good alternative to Philadelphia Airport. They're flying to 5 destinations in Florida.
That's in Florida, so that's going to be a big hit, especially when it gets really cold.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the perfect for a quick weekend getaway down to wherever you want to go in Florida.
And I would imagine because it's a smaller size airport, parking is easy, you can get in, you can get out.
Very quickly, yeah. Parking's very inexpensive as well, and you just walk right across the street and you're in the airport.
Amazing. So if you don't have the opportunity to get on an airplane and take off, there are plenty of things here. There's a lot of development on the east side that people can check out, right?
Yes, so just beginning now is the development of the east side of the riverfront. So you're familiar with the other side. We have lots of restaurants on the water. There's the Delaware Children's Museum is down there. There's retail. And eventually, the other side of the river is going to mirror that, and it's going to be connected by a footbridge. So we're very excited about it.
Are you able to talk about, any of the attractions or restaurants that have, put their hat into?
It's all still in the works. Every day a little bit more is being announced. So we just keep, our ears to the ground. They do have a new lighting program, which is interesting. So it started at Christmas. They had a light show. And now throughout the year, there's going to be different light displays down at the riverfront. So that's another new thing to look out for.
It must be really cool to see all this develop. And I guess when people come to Wilmington, they can visit the riverfront, get a cocktail or have dinner with their families and just kind of remark on the metamorphosis that's happening down there.
Oh, another new thing I wanted to note is there are new bike rentals down there that are going to be all year round. So before you could rent them in the summer, but as you know, the weather here can be pretty decent and you can bike all year long. So now you can rent a bike and go to historic Newcastle on the Jam Trail and back if you'd like.
That's a very cosmopolitan feature for Wilmington.
Yes.
Because you find that in Europe, you can rent a bike and you can tool around the city or the countryside. Bikes are very in, so it's nice to have that chic feature here.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I love to do when I come to Wilmington, and I'm sure anybody with kids loves, is going to the Delaware Museum of Nature and Science, which just opened.
Yes, that's one of my favorite places to go to. So they had a huge renovation and they reopened in the spring. It's a great place if your children or you like dinosaurs. That's the only place that you can see a dinosaur skeleton in the state of Delaware. And they also have a really neat interactive ecosystem display. So you kind of feel like you're in the ecosystem. You can kind of see and experience the wildlife, the flora and fauna.
So one of the cool things about the museum is the animal exhibits.
Yes.
They bring out live animals.
Right.
And some of them, they let you touch them.
Yes. Yep, snakes, tarantulas, and then of course my favorite, not so exotic, but a household name in Delaware is Dude the cat. Have you met Dude?
Yes, I have not, but I'm going to meet Dude the cat soon.
Yes, so Dude is a resident of the museum and you can often see him strolling around. He's quite the celebrity here.
Excellent. So we've been talking about all this great stuff, and I know that folks at home are going to be like, I want to visit Wilmington, I want to check all this out. They can go to your website, right? Because it's all on your website.
It's all on the website, so visit wilmingtonde.com. We have a great events area on the site, and there's always something happening in this area. So if you're looking for something to do on the weekend, definitely check that out. And lots of information on things to see and do in the region.
I know one of the things that I like to do when I go on your website is there's a calendar where you can just pick the day you're coming, and it'll bring up everything, and there are suggestions for places to eat and, places to shop. Unusual places for jewelry and clothing and things like that. So it really is, your website's amazing.
Yeah, the blog in particular is a good resource because it's written by people that live here, and a lot of them have lived here for their whole lives, and they're really passionate about our area. So that's a good place to find off the beaten path things and also things that are new.
And you have an app?
We do. So it's actually, the tech team has explained it to me that it functions like an app, but it's actually easier to use because you don't have to download anything onto your phone. But it's the mobile discount app. You can get it on our website. It is free. And it includes discounts and special offers from attractions, retail locations, restaurants all around the area. And they're constantly being updated.
Well, we should have started the show with that because who doesn't love a discount and a special? Well, Jen, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. And I'm sure that the folks at home are going to be coming to check them all out. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. We'll be right back. more information on all of the things there are to see, do, and eat in Wilmington in 2023, you can go to visitwilmingtonde.com. That'll do it for this week's episode of the 302. We're going to leave you now with some beauty shots of the Brandywine River. Until next time, I'm Jackie Ferris. Tell them you saw it on the 302.